Hi, you guys. So I was going to do a reading, and I was asking what they wanted me to do a reading on. And I was pulling cards, and they're just talking to do like a spiritual kind of thing. So that's what we're going to do today. If you're watching this channel for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. Um, Tomorrow I do get my laptop, so I will be getting a better computer. I do still have the same one, but the sound doesn't really work that well. So half the videos I've ever done have no sound to them when I record them. So which is why the postings have been sporadic. I never know what I'm going to get when I do these videos. And so I kind of just gave up until I got a new computer. So that my laptop comes tomorrow between 10 a.m. to 2. So hopefully as soon as I get it set up. Thankfully I am off today and tomorrow. So I'll be able to get that all set up. And that I should be able to start working on the videos shortly. It probably won't happen until my next day off because I'll be working. Anyways, so your spirit guides are a little bit frustrated with you, okay? And I'm just going to explain why. You guys tell them that you want something, okay? You want a job. You want a specific person. You want friends. You want to move. You want a new car. You want that cute little jacket in the store. But it's all this money, you don't have it. So you sit there and you do these manifestations. You do meditations. You do, the water, where you dump water into a cup and you say your manifestation, your incantation, and you drink it. That one never works for me, but it works for other people. Meditations work best for me, but that's just me. That's another thing. It's what, use different forms. Don't just use one form. If it doesn't work, try something else. Because believe it or not, it does work. But one of the things that holds your manifestations from coming true is fear. Fear, doubt, thinking it's not going to happen. I got to turn this fan off of me, sorry. Thinking it's never going to happen. You think to yourself, you know what, it's never going to happen for me. I mean, I try so hard. It's like, I've been putting my all into my manifestations. I've been trying to do everything that I can to get what I want. Only to realize you allow fear to get in. Or you try to control the outcome. Let's say you're trying to meet somebody. And a tarot reader tells you, you know what, you're going to meet him at this place approximately at this time. So you start going to this place. Oh, I just did that. Sorry. And so you start going to this place and you start trying to, my hand's going to sleep. You start trying to arrange a meeting. You're trying to cross paths with whoever this individual is. You don't know who anything about. And you're going to these locations and you're doing everything you can to try to run into this person or cross paths, or there's somebody specific that you really like. And they've not shown you any interest. And there you are, throwing yourself at their feet, trying to get their attention, talking to them, trying to text them, trying to communicate with them, and they're not even giving you any kind of a hint that they like you. That's because you're trying too hard. And if it doesn't come within the specific time that you want, that's another thing that comes up in these readings for me when I get these questions. Is, well, they said it happened on this day and this time. I got news for you. I have readings that I had done for me back in, I want to say, what year was that? It was 2011, and they just barely came true this year. There's no timing. Okay, because there's no timing in the spiritual world, right? So when there's no timing, it's hard to give you a specific time frame. Okay, we can say it's going to happen in March. It could be this March. It could be next March. It could be 5 years from now, because there's no timing. And the reason is, there's reasons that it gets delayed. Fear. This right here. This card is going to delay your manifestations, your dreams, your hopes, your desires, your transformations. Fear. Scared to let go and see the truth. See the clarity of the situation. Sometimes things aren't as bad as we claim them to be. Sometimes it's about perception. Even projection. Okay, sometimes you're not going to get what you want. You won't get your manifestation because there's something else better for you. And so to put, how can I put things in perspective here? Every job I've ever lost, there's always been a reason. It's because I was being protected by something that was about to happen. Every job that I ever got let go, whether it, and it wasn't even my fault, it's usually because somebody was lying about me, but let's face it, stuff like that happens. But you're being protected. But every job I lost, it was for a reason. One job, they let me go, and a month later, I heard from somebody who worked at there that the police department showed up. We're looking for the attorney's son, and they swarmed the entire office. I was protected. Another attorney I worked for, a month after I told him off because he wasn't paying me, so I quit. Told him, take your files, get out of my office. I don't want to see you anymore. And granted, it was hard to pay the bills because I didn't have that steady income, but he wasn't paying me anyways. A month after, I told him, you know what, you need to go find somebody else. I won't work for you anymore. He did something bad and got into a lot of trouble with the law. And he lost his license to practice law. He lost everything. I was protected. People who worked at his office at that moment in time, who he worked with, they were a part of that whole mess. You know what? I sang to the highest peak of how grateful I am that my spirit guides protected me. There was a job I had started back in December 2018, and it was for a law firm here in Tucson. And I remember I was not happy with it. And I said, you know what? I said, I don't know if I really want this job or not. But if this is the job that you want me to be at, this is me talking to my spirit guides, make it happen. At the time, I was just a temp. I was only supposed to work for 6 months, and then they're going to decide if they want to keep me or not. I had worked there for 3 weeks, and they offered me a job, a permanent job. Then a year later, the paralegal got into her system that she hated me, and so she lied about me, blamed me for her mistakes, and then I got fired. Needless to say, after I left, the people who were involved, come to find out, there was a lot of bad things going on there I wasn't aware of. Okay, clearly legal wasn't for me, so I'm no longer working in the legal field, and I'm fine with that. I have no regrets for leaving the legal field. You know, I mean, it's boring. The job I do right now is customer service, but at least the people I work with are honest. So, but the reason I'm bringing this stuff up to you is because I want you to understand there's a reason you're not getting your manifestations. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. No, you're not being punished. Sometimes there's reasons that's beyond your control. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. For all you can know, it could be something completely unrelated to you. Every time I've lost my job is because either somebody lied about me or I was blamed for something I didn't do. I didn't lose my job because I didn't do the work. But it was a blessing in disguise. And so when people say it's a blessing in disguise, take them for the word. Okay? There's a reason you don't get certain things in your life. It's because there's a reason for everything. And I know you don't know the reasons right away, but at some point you will. It's called an aha moment. Like, that's why that happened. I get it now. That's why that relationship ended. I understand now. Okay? There is a reason. Don't question it. Be grateful. Be thankful. Because your spirit guides have what's your best interest at heart. And if you miss out on manifestation because you're scared, get rid of the fear. And if you still lose your manifestations, or you don't get it, and you have no fear, and you have no doubt in your mind at all whatsoever, and you don't sit there and say, I'm not going to get it, why you bother? Then clearly it was a redirection, because you're being protected. Rejection is a redirection, correct? You're being protected. So, if by chance you're at home and your toddler all of a sudden has to go potty and you're late getting out the door, thank your toddler, because you don't know what accident you avoided. It's a reason for everything. You're not being punished. You're not cursed. You're not. I don't believe in curses. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't see how anybody has any control over your lifestyle. Curses only work if you agree to them. If you say, yes, I'm cursed, so therefore I have bad luck. Well, you're not cursed. You just manifested it because you made a statement and you put it into the universe. You spoke from a place of fear. So my question to you is, what can you do today, right now, to get out of this mindset? Just saying. Don't take things to heart. Don't think that you are damaged goods, because you're not. One of the biggest mistakes you could ever make is to how would you say that? Lower the value that you bring to this world. Because you're not a bad person at all. We're human. And if you identify with a different alien group, or I don't care what you identify with, you're here having a human experience. And sometimes life is hard. Not easy. It's just not easy. I don't care how hard you try. It's never easy. But I can tell you this. With time, the truth, the clarity as to why things happened the way they did will come to light. You will start to see the why. You'll start understanding the why. Even if you don't know at the moment, you will eventually. And if you never hear about the why, it's because you're being protected. My neck hurts. Okay? And I want you to understand that, because I want you to understand that when you live like this in fear, afraid to take that first step, afraid to grab that opportunity, afraid to tell someone how you feel, even if they reject you, at least you know. The worst thing you could ever do is chase after someone who's doesn't reciprocate your energy. They don't care. They don't like you back, and we've all done it. Be grateful if somebody tells you, if somebody is adult enough to tell you that, you know what, I'm not interested. Even if they're mean about it, but at least you know. Because that leaves you open to go after what you're meant for. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. And I want you to understand that you're not damaged goods. So often I hear about people feeling so bad about themselves because they're not where they want to be. They didn't get the manifestations. Nothing's working for them. That's why nothing's working. Or you're being protected. Just saying. Anyways, you guys have an awesome day. An awesome week. I don't know what day it is. I think today's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, the July 19th. I just wanted to talk to you guys more. Anyways, you guys have an awesome time. Living your life to the fullest. Don't stop going after your dreams.